Welcome back. Let's go talk to some children.
Do you want to learn about the word picture?
Tell me about the word picture, Claire.
Okay, take a guess at like the century that it is most early documented. No idea if it's been used before that, but the earliest documentation. Guess the century.
I'm gonna guess early. I'm gonna guess 1300s.
You are actually earlier. It is 1660s.
Interesting. 1660s.
Yeah, and that is picture frame, meaning more or less ornamental border put around a picture to protect it.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. That's cool.
So that's the oldest one that's written, obvious, at least from this site. Yeah, there's some other ones too. A lot of them are from like the 1800s or 1900s.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So anyways, let's talk to children. Remember, everybody, talk to children.
If you see children out and about, just talk to them.
Just talk to them. We are not liable for any advice we give you. Boo-hoo!
That's enough already! Won't you ever stop crying?
Why are you crying? The witch is coming. Ah, so you both read the story too, right? Damn it, I wish I could read. Boo-hoo, I'm afraid of the witch. Save me, sis.
You wimp! You're a boy, aren't you? It should be the other way around. I believe in in gender.
Gender binaries only.
Binary. You should be the one saving me. That's how it works in fairy tale land. You're the one who wants to be a knight.
Boo-hoo, I can't be a witch. I'm toast.
Will you just stop crying? What about me, huh? How do you think I feel?
I'll never be a knight. Boo-hoo. Don't worry. You just have to be brave. You can still be a knight. And you can look after your sister too. Here, it's just like in this puzzle.
Oh my fucking god. Is this about to be
Here,
like
children,
a gender essentials
you do
puzzle?
the puzzle.
I'm
no.
really excited. I'm really excited. I hope it is.
Picture frames came around with oil paintings, which were very much an early modern conspicuous wealth type thing. Yeah.
That's interesting. That makes sense.
Use the clouds and build a bridge.
Okay.
Turn
Okay,
lower. Turn gloomy gray. Okay. So wait. You just have to. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's one of these.
Okay. That didn't quite work.
I believe in you. You can do this.
Nope. Not helping me. I'm like terrible at these types of puzzles.
Okay. So you can move 2 or 3. You can only move 2 if you're at the there. Yeah, never mind. You did it.
Yay!
As you'd expect from a gentleman in training.
Wow. The princess is most happy to see you. Hopefully she doesn't murder anybody. Wow, that's amazing. You really made it to the princess.
At last, the crying stops.
You must remember to be brave, even when you feel afraid. Sometimes, even I feel scared if I'm alone. I believe that if you're with someone you care about, you can overcome any fear.
Got it. Thanks. From now on, I'll take care of Petal.
I really don't mind one way or the other. But I do wish you'd stop crying.
Yep.
This child's never gonna express himself again.
I learned that crying is weakness.
We just doomed this child into a life of toxic masculinity. Oh, God.
I'm gonna go get Soul when I'm 20.
Good. I want a brother who takes steroids.
I'm gonna belittle all the women in my life.
You better cheat on those women, too.
To anyone who hasn't seen it, I would highly recommend the BBC series Ways of Sting, made by Marxist art critic, art historian John Berger in the 70s. It goes a lot into the material history of the oil painting as a form, and it's on YouTube.
That
Cool.
sounds cool. Sounds really cool. Alright, should we go to the baking area, or should we try and get that last hint coin?
I think you want to get the hint coin.
Yeah, obviously I want to get the hint coin. I am worried that we're going to go in here and they're immediately going to kick us out, though.
Interesting.
Those two characters are slippier than I thought.
The Knights, they have left this area. It seems they... it seems... Dyslexia is wild. It seems they have left this area, sir. Shall we head back, Captain? The men should return to the guard post.
What? This is a disgrace, letting those two slip away from under our noses like that. Let's take another look.
Yes, sir. The first episode in particular also draws a lot from Walter Benjamin. Huh. Sounds like we shouldn't be hanging around this area too long.
Indeed. Let's head for the east shopping area before they find us.
I agree. If we lay low for a while at my place, perhaps the Knights will give up and go home too. You will never get your hint coin, Professor. Give up.
Well, they're letting me be around this area.
Oh yeah, that's actually true.
Not helping me find the hint coin, though, gotta say.
Professor, what are you doing? Why are you on your hands and knees?
I'm looking for coins, Luke. Haven't you ever wondered how I'm so good at solving puzzles?
No, not really. I just thought you were smart.
I'm cheating, Luke. Every single time I cheat. I love cheating. I think it's good, and I'm trying to instill the same values in you.
How are you cheating at puzzles, Professor?
Wouldn't you like to know? That is something I shall be teaching you, my boy.
Spot on, Professor.
Actually,
I
weirdly,
hate doing things.
I haven't used a single hint coin to cheat on a puzzle. However, they do keep disappearing from my pocket. Almost as if they're being used by some other protagonist.
It's weird. There's this young lady who keeps sneaking in and rifling through your clothes. She tells me not to say anything, though.
How
I
strange.
think she called herself Maya.
Interesting. You're sure that's the proper pronunciation?
Well, yes, pretty sure.
Excellent. Good. I trust you implicitly, Luke. Despite the fact that
So
you are
how's
Catholic.
your search going?
It's not going well. Do you think I should give up?
I don't know. What do others think? Where have you not looked?
I'm pretty sure I've looked everywhere.
Okay.
Let me look at every chimney just to be certain.
What about like the windows along the inner corridor? You know?
Yeah, it's not looking good for my goals.
You know,
These
it's
are
always
my
great
life
to
goals,
set
so-
goals. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, gave it our best shot.
We'll be back later.
We'll be back later. Or maybe we'll give up, who's to say?
Up to you.
Ah, we're here. This is the bakery.
I can smell the bread baking.
There are some excellent bakers working here. Come on, I'll introduce you.
Amazing. You can go to the bakery.
Yeah, we've already looked at all the hint coins here, so we can just go to the bakery. Ooh, this is cute.
Ah, Professor! It's the smell of a freshly baked bread.
Indeed, Luke. It's certainly whetting my appetite.
I bet the staff here are really talented.
Welcome!
Oh my fucking god.
Our bakery uses only the finest ingredients. Upper crust goods for not much dough.
This is a perfect entrance. This is perfect.
Highly enthusiastic, it seems.
He's kneading the dough pretty hard, isn't he?
I would rather liken the motion to pounding myself.
Mr. Wright, these gentlemen aren't customers. They're my friends.
Which means they don't get bread.
Hey, Espella. Welcome home.
Hello, Maya. Where's Aunt Patty?
The boss? She's gone to the market. She should be back at any time now. Sorry about Nick here. He didn't realize you weren't customers.
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with such sincere dedication to one's job.
Mr. Wright, Maya, meet my friends, Mr. Layton and Luke.
A pleasure. My name is Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton. Nice to meet you.
I'm Maya Fay. And this is Nick, my assistant baker.
Phoenix Wright, pleased to meet you. How come I'm the assistant?
I think it's really funny that, like, also, definitely did not say his full name. Definitely did not say Phoenix Wright. Layton's just kind of figured that out.
No, he said Phoenix, right?
Did he? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
you're
at
right.
the very
he did.
end.
He did. You're right. I think the thing that's funny here, there's a couple of things that are funny here. One, obviously the moment where your two main characters in your crossover thing meet has to be really important. But what if instead of that, it was a goofy bit? I love that.
Yeah.
Second of all, I think it's amazing that despite getting here second, they've clearly been here for longer.
Yeah, that's true.
Enough to, like, make them a part of it. Third of all, obsessed with the fact that Layton and Luke are wandering around like, oh, what's going on? I can't imagine what's happening. None of this makes any sense. We must investigate and learn more. And Phoenix Wright and Maya were just like, listen, if we're here, we just gotta, like, acclimatize and we can figure out a way to fuck it out of here. Okay? I love it. I think it's very fun.
Gotta feed Maya's kleptomania.
Exactly. Mr. Phoenix Wright and Miss Maya Fay. Somehow not quite the kind of names I'd expect to hear around here. Have you both been working here long? Yep. Must be going on 5 years now. Isn't that right, Espella?
Yes, I suppose it must be.
Say, you know what? Seeing as you're both friends of Espella, I think we can give you guys a little something. On the house, of course.
Wow, really?
Sure, why not? I actually just took some freshly baked walnut bread out of the oven, so...
Core, so that's what that great smell is. I bet it's delicious.
If you think the scent is good, you should try tasting it. You too, Mr. Layton. It's so good it'll knock your hat off.
I bet they opened to an earlier page.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I'd be delighted to. That's most kind of you. Well, that's that then. Go ahead and help yourselves.
Take that!
Take that, Brad. Our bakery uses only the finest walnuts. We'll go nuts. You'll go nuts for our walnut bread.
How many times do I gotta tell you, Nick? You're supposed to say, here's your order.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot. I don't know why, but I just get the urge to point and shout like that sometimes.
Bad, Nick, bad. You can't keep shouting at the customers like that. The boss will be all over you like butter on toast.
Spritz bottle him. Ugh.
You know, Phoenix never mentioned in the later games that he spent 5 years in an isekai in between most of his law career and getting this far.
Honestly, yeah.
Would you? What would you say?
I
Like-
can't imagine living in a storybook for 5 years.
I can, but I can't imagine, like, being the same person afterwards.
No, you wouldn't be.
That baker, he's quite a character, isn't he, Professor?
Yes, indeed. There's something curious about both of them. They both seem somehow out of place in this world. Most intriguing.
My room is upstairs. We can get there from behind the counter. Feel free to take something to go.
No!
What's wrong?
She seems to be upset about something. Let's ask her if there's anything we can do to help.
Right you are, Professor.
So you might not be noticing this, but like, they're clearly just reusing assets from another game because all of the reactions that Maya and Phoenix are doing are literally just reactions from the other games.
I think that's
just
hilarious
inserting
and
meaning.
fantastic.
Like, how can we make a scenario where Phoenix has to point? How can we make a scenario where Maya is looking shocked?
That just makes
Oh
sense.
yeah, I don't know if you know, but Apologist opens by mentioning offhand that Phoenix got disbarred on a charge of forging evidence. What?
That's
No, I did not know that.
hilarious. Who should we
The
talk to
irony
first?
given the first two games.
Let's talk to Maya. What's the matter, Miss Faye? It's these loaves of bread. And after I'd arranged them all so nicely, too. God, it's all Nick's fault. He's pounding messed up everything.
Me? But I was only kneading the dough.
What am I gonna do? I have to fix this before the boss gets back. That's most unfortunate. Perhaps we can lend you a helping hand. Really? Thanks a lot. You'd be doing me the biggest favor in the world.
Maya, you could try to show a little restraint sometimes, you know.
Not at all. Helping those in need is the duty of any true gentleman.
Not only that, but if we all chip in and help, we'll soon have it sorted out.
Totally. We should all help each other out in times of need, right? It's puzzle time.
Which is a puzzle, of course. The puzzle of eat bread.
Oh, God, my favorite puzzle. An extra loaf managed to find its way among the buzz. Take a look at the picture on the top screen and find the extra loaf of bread. Place it in the basket once you found it.
Ah. Okay, I see. So there's... It's a spot the difference game.
I see. But it's a spot the difference game with some things covered up.
Oh. Yes. Okay, so I guess start with the obvious ones.
What are the obvious ones?
Bottom left.
Sure, that's here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely just put it aside for now. What are some other ones? Not that one.
Why not?
Oh wait, that's the one at the back, isn't it?
I thought it was the one that's covering up
Mm,
half of one.
I think you're thinking of the one on the right hand side because the direction is different.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true.
But it's still in there, so you can put it aside,
Yeah, okay, put that aside.
as well as the one on the right hand side, with the 3 going the other way, because that's the one that you were looking at before. Yeah, that one. The purple on the leftmost side, I believe, matches bottom right in the picture.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
What else do we have? We got that one, those 3, and that's it so far. Where is our purple with? Oh, the purple above the one you're picking, I think, is in there. Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
True. I think this one is the one that's under that one. Because if you look, it no, does it work? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Theoretically, but so which ones do we have left? We have top right, the one covering top right, middle bottom, and leftmost. So
Yeah.
okay, so one thing I'm noticing is that middle bottom and top right have the same slashes.
Yeah.
So I think right away that's gonna be a key thing. Yeah, you know what? Uh-huh.
Because none of the rest of these work, do they?
Yeah, I think it's the no toppings is back right, I think.
That seems right. And then this one is the one that's covered up, right? Like, middle?
Possibly.
It has to be.
Actually, yeah, no, it has to be. And then yeah, the other purple one's the one on the left-hand side.
The other purple one is which one, sorry?
The purple only is the one on the left-hand side.
Why is that one and not this one?
Because the marks are going the other way.
But is that how the marks line up? Sure, yeah, you're right. You're right.
So which ones do we have left? I think it's just the middle bottom, right? Which means...
Is it middle bottom? Wait, what do you mean middle bottom? No, it's not.
Oh wait, no, we already have middle bottom, don't we?
It's top right, the one that's covering and also covered.
Okay.
Right?
I see. Okay, yeah, then, yeah, it's the... Yep, cool.
This is my answer.
We're so good at solving puzzles for children.
I love bread.
So true. Yeah, I
Ready
kind of
or
got the
not.
vibe that it was that one, but I wanted to be sure. Perfect. That's exactly how they were before. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks. You really saved my bacon.
It's no more than any young English gentleman would do.
Oh my god, canonically English. My Irish jokes no longer make sense. No.
damn foiled.
You said English? What's that? Where have I heard that before?
Hey, Maya, the boss is back.
It's Phoenix. Phoenix doesn't know how to score bread. Oh, he's an Irish orphan who's been assimilated. So true.
Who's the baker?
I want to be the baker.
Go for it.
Hello, everyone. Just as I was wondering what the commotion was all about, I see you're back, Isabella.
Welcome home, Aunt Patty.
Were Maya and Phoenix doing a proper job of minding the shop while I was gone? Oh, of course we did!
Naturally, you know you can count on us.
They may be calling her boss, but she seems like such a warm and friendly person.
She certainly does, Luke. And she has a heartwarming smile, too. Oh, such flattery. You're just trying to make me blush. By the way, Isabella, are these two gentlemen customers of ours?
These two are friends of mine. They kindly helped me out once in the past. I was so happy to see them again that I invited them here.
Pleased to meet you, madam. My name's Herschel Layton.
And I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice.
Is that so? It seems Isabella is indebted to you both, so it's certainly a pleasure to meet you both. And as a thank you from me for helping Isabella, please feel free to stay as long as you like. We just happen to have an empty room that you're welcome to use if you wish. How many fucking empty rooms does this place have? Because I know they have to have a room for Phoenix and Maya, a room for Isabella, and now they have an extra empty room. So goddamn, she's got a lot of empty rooms. Her bakery must do well. Thank you for your kind offer, madam.
It's her craft room.
Yes. I imagine you must both be feeling hungry. Well, actually, I'm more than a little peckish.
You don't say. Well, in that case, let me offer you something special. My very own creation. Ah, wonderful. And that face baked on the surface. A masterpiece.
It looks like poison, Professor.
Yes, I'm proud of it. I use a secret technique to make it extra smiley. Only the best for our special guests.
This is great.
Still, we don't really have a whole lot else to offer. Only bread.
Also, I don't know if you read it's extra fluffy, but I like extra smiley.
I definitely misread it. That's fine. Only bread? I mean...
Hey, Spella, shouldn't you show our guests their room? Let's just forget the bread.
Forget the bread.
I mean...
Mr. Layton, Luke, let's go upstairs now.
Huh? What's going on?
Just trust me, come on.
Only bread? Forget the bread. What kind of attitude is that? You two really expect to become full-fledged bakers someday. And well, this hack-bake attitude, and you're both dead. I don't know what she said, but I'm going with that.
Throw you in the oven until you're both something.
Sure.
I, didn't expect that. I'm sorry, she's usually so kind and gentle. But when it comes to bread...
I suppose it shows how dedicated she is to her craft.
I guess it must be fun to live in such a lively place, though. Yes, it is. It's thanks to them that I enjoy living here as much as I do. Miss Claire is always so cheerful and kind to me.
I like that you read the missus as Miss, eliminating her husband.
Obliterate the husband.
And Maya and Mr. Wright are so energetic. Maya especially. It's certainly an interesting group, particularly those two. But, Espella, what about your family? It's a bit complicated. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
Meow.
Wait, who's doing the cat?
You can do the cat.
Okay.
Eve? What's the matter, Eve? Are you hungry? Sorry, it's my cat. It must be supper time.
This
Boy,
real
do
right
I
is
know that
gaping hole in the
feeling.
roof. Yeah.
Oh my god. No,
Ah.
see, the thing is, it's not, but I see what you're saying.
It looks like it is, though. It isn't, but it looks
It's
like
a
it.
wall, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, I see. Please go ahead. Don't mind us. So funny. Let's talk to the cat immediately.
Why are you talking to my cat? So Spella has a pet cat. Its name is Eve, huh?
A finely groomed black cat, I must say. I'm sure Espella takes excellent care of it. That motherfucker's a witch. The cat's a witch. The cat's a witch, that's my call shot.
There are witches. Yeah.
That cat's a witch, for sure. It's a witch in disguise.
What a fluffy kitty. For some reason, I feel an ominous aura emanating off of it.
That's just because you're Catholic, Luke. You feel an ominous aura emanating off anything.
Such a cute cat. So well behaved and clever, too. Thank you. Eve is a real friend. Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Mr. Layton, you wanted to ask me something, didn't you?
Sorry.
I'm gonna read it on the stream.
What was it that you wanted to know?
Well, there are a few things. Perhaps I'd better ask them one at a time. It may take a little while if you can spare the time.
Yes, of course. Anything I can do to help. Also
Thank you,
because I can't
Espella.
leave.
Well then, first off... Ooh. Could you tell us again what happened between the time that you were separated in London and your returning to Labyrinthia? You said you can't clearly recall what happened to you, is that right?
No, I can't. When I came to, I was back here in Labyrinthia. I can remember everything up until I boarded that cargo ship. But after that, I just can't seem to remember how I got back here. It seems the townsfolk didn't even notice that I'd been away. I almost thought the whole thing must have just been a dream. Until the two of you appeared here in Labyrinthia. It seems I wasn't dreaming after all.
Yes, indeed. It all really did happen. You came to my office, and then the witch came for you.
So, so does that mean that the witch brought a speller back to Labyrinthia? Well, I suppose so, but why was I in London in the first place? Why did I meet you two gentlemen, and why was the witch after me? I just can't seem to remember why. Espella, you and Carmine were running away from the witches, weren't you? Carmine?
Do you mean to say that you don't remember being in London with Carmine?
Carmine?
Wow, I don't know. I was trying to mash them up, I guess.
Carmine took you with...
It's just fucking Mario.
Oh, Carmine took you with him!
Carmine took...
Wow, I need to...
Carmine took you...
I can't do it.
Took you with him and tried to escape from this town. Carmine took me with him and tried to escape? I'm sorry. I do have a vague memory of Carmine, but why was I in London? I just can't seem to remember.
Just, first, Fed, I was gonna ask how Phoenix will be able to do case celebrity since he's been here 5 years. It's alright. It's actually because, like
no
how in
crime.
olden times, how barbers were also, surgeons. It's also the same, actually, bakers are also lawyers. If
Yeah,
you ever get
two
into
for
a
one
legal
deal.
dispute, you gotta call your baker. Do you remember this letter, Isabella? Sure, that makes more sense.
A letter?
Yes, Carmine gave you this letter and instructed you to bring it to me. You followed his advice and brought it to me in my office.
That letter. Could I take a closer look at it?
Yes, of course. Do you remember anything?
I don't remember the letter, but this writing does look somewhat familiar. I do have a feeling that there was someone there next to me.
Espella, are you alright?
I'm okay, I just had an accidente. I mean, I think I remember. I remember Carmine. Really? You're right. I do know him. I definitely know Carmine. Carmine was here in this town. In fact, he was in this very shop.
In this shop, Espella.
But according to the townsfolk, they've never even heard of him. Yes, that's right. What they say contradicts what I remember. That's why I'm finding it so difficult to trust my own memories.
Please, don't let that deter you. We'd be grateful to hear what you know. Please, do let us know what you can recall.
According to my memory, Carmine was working here in this bakery. But there are already 2 workers in the shop, right? Mr. Wright and Maya. Those 2 have also been working here making bread for some time now. Or at least, I'm quite sure that must be the case. Mr. Clair and anyone else around here would soon tell you so. That's why I put no faith in my own memory.
This difference in perception is certainly intriguing. And the fact that Carmine worked here has me somewhat curious.
Do you think all the townsfolk could just be pretending not to know? I mean, maybe Carmine really was here, and they're acting like they don't remember. After all, he did mention in that letter that he wrote that he escaped Labyrinthia. How about we go and ask a few people around town?
That's a good idea for 2 wanted people to do.
Yeah.
No, Luke, I don't think that's a good idea, you idiot. As you are no doubt well aware by now, a single word of the place can be enough to bring in the knights against us.
Not only that, but I really cannot believe that Miss Claire would pretend not to know him. She's always so straight with people. She's never two-faced. I see.
Perhaps, Luke, we should be thankful that she took care of him. What does that do for you? How does that help? What do you mean?
As in murder?
Yes, you're right, of course, Professor. Bella, thanks for murdering him.
Be more grateful, Luke. I'm always tell you, you're ungrateful. By the way, in that letter, Carmine claimed this town held a mysterious secret. He implied that he wanted me to solve Labyrinthia's mystery. Do you have any idea what that mystery could be?
Labyrinthia's mystery. I'm sorry, but I've never even suspected that this town holds any secrets.
Then what might it have been that Carmine was investigating?
What was Carmine investigating? Ah! I think I might know what it could be. One time Carmine asked me this. Why is it that whatever is written by the storyteller in the Historia Labyrinthia always becomes fact? If that puzzle can be solved, then we will unravel the mystery of Labyrinthia, he said. So Carmine didn't believe that what's written must always come true either. Well, I'm not sure, but... But what? It's only natural that what's written in that book must come true. And it's hard for me to believe that both you and Carmine could doubt this. Well, speaking for myself, I can't just believe it so easily.
Nevertheless, to the people of Labyrinthia, it appears to be a matter of common sense. Which is why those knights treated us with such suspicion.
That's true, but... Are you saying that in your London, there's no story?
Well, there are certainly none that come true as the Historia Labyrinthia does. In the world as we know it, such a notion is inconceivable.
As I suspected. Carmine is from the same London as you two. So I suppose it makes perfect sense that you should all think in that way.
Incidentally, what action did Carmine take after he came to suspect the story?
Well, Carmine often visited the Great Archive.
The Great Archive?
Yes, that's where all the volumes of the story are kept.
You mean to say, all previous volumes too?
Yes, every volume of the story so far. All of them.
I see. In other words, he wanted to confirm the authenticity of the story.
But, Professor, surely you wouldn't be in trouble with the witches just for looking at some books?
As I recall, in the letter he sent to me, he wrote, I realized the town held a mysterious secret. Sorry, you were Carmine.
Was I? I don't
remember.
remember.
And decided to get to the bottom of it. But before I could, they found me.
I don't think Carmine ever had speaking lines.
I see. I believe that was
He's
it.
dead.
Which probably means it wasn't just ordinary books that he was investigating. It's quite likely that the books had something to do with the witches.
So you mean Carmine came close to unraveling Labyrinthia's mystery, and therefore became the witch's target? Is what you are suggesting?
I believe that would be highly probable.
But why did the witches... Espella, have there been other stories involving witches before this? Yes. There have been many stories about them. All of these stories are also kept in the Great Archive.
Stories about the witches are no doubt a source of considerable fear for the townsfolk. So why is it deemed necessary to keep such stories in the Great Archive?
They are an important source of information for the Inquisition.
Oh my god, I'm just now realizing. The Inquisition.
Their prime objective is to capture witches and protect the people of the town.
So you're saying that in order to fight the witches, it is essential to read about them and learn their ways?
Yes, that's right. Stories involving the witches are under the authority of the Order of Knights. And the Order of Knights was established to protect the town of Labyrinthia. The storyteller, the Order of Knights, and the Inquisition, they are the ones who govern this town. The entire fate of Labyrinthia is decided by the creator, otherwise known as the storyteller. That person is the weaver of all life in Labyrinthia. including the current horrifying story involving the actions of a witch. It then falls to the Order of Knights to protect the townsfolk from such events.
I just want to say, this is just literally only for me. We have the 3 big bads from Baldur's Gate 3 at home. This is them. The 3 great
Yeah, that
big
really
bads
is
from
just for
Baldur's Gate
you.
3. It's just for me. Thanks.
The knights not only protect the people, but also act as the storyteller's guard. And finally, the Inquisition is responsible for trying the witches in the witches' court.
Oh my god.
That is the manner in which this town is managed and order is maintained.
So excited to get to the witch's court.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the Witch's Court. I can't wait for the Witch's Court. Undoubtedly, it was the Order of Knights keeping peace during the parade we saw.
That's right, the storyteller holds those parades from time to time. He gives the townsfolk the story that will determine their fate from that time onward. The story this time involved a witch, which explains why the knights were on such high alert. I wonder what spells will be used this time. If only we could check in that book.
Just a moment, Isabella. What was it that you just said? Do you mean to say that there is a book about magic?
Yes, there is, in the Great Archive. It describes all the spells that provide the witches with their wicked power. It is a special book used by the Knights of the Inquisition to aid them in their investigations.
That's it. That must have been what Carmine was so interested in. He was investigating the witch's power. Of course, it's possible that he came upon a secret that he shouldn't have known.
And that's why the witches attacked him!
Indeed, Luke, that may well be the reason. The story so respected by the people, and the witches whom they fear. There could be a certain secret connecting these two in some way.
I also get attacked whenever I try reading. That's why I can't read, Professor.
Yes, but I'm the one who attacks you. For quite understandable reasons. If you learn to read, you might one day leave me and not care for me in my old age.
That would be tragic, Professor. You should read your line now.
Thank you, Isabella. It seems we now know where to begin with our investigation.
So you'll be visiting the Great Archive?
Yes, indeed. The book about magic that resides there may well provide a valuable clue towards unraveling the mystery of Labyrinthia.
We'd better get going with our investigation straight away, right, Professor?
Absolutely, Luke. We must solve this puzzle for Carmine's sake, as well as for our own.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're always saying
Mr.
these things, Luke.
Mr. Layton. Please take me along with you.
I'm not sure that's wise. It might put you in more than a little trouble. It is likely that Carmine's investigations are what led to him being pursued by witches. And if that's the case, the path we tread may well be fraught with danger.
Even so, I really would like to help you. Talking with you both like this, I too have come to believe that there must be a secret to this town. I want to help you find the truth.
Well, Isabella, I suppose that settles it. You'll stay here. No. From here on in, let's all do our very best to solve this mystery together.
How did I know you were going to say that?
Yes, together.
You'll stay here because you're a woman who shouldn't be getting into
Yep,
danger.
that was exactly what I expected. Yep.
As a gentleman,
Yep.
I must protect you from danger, such as keeping you out of business that shouldn't
Wow.
belong to women.
You're so wise, Professor.
I'm giving you this ideology for you to follow, Luke.
I'm the professor's apprentice, so if there's anything you need to know, too bad, because you're...
I can't get over misogynist. I don't know why we went really hard on misogynist Layton and Luke. Because there were those vaguely weird.
Right,
things he
because they kept
saying.
being like, "Milady."
Yeah, they're genuinely, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luke. I'll be sure to do that.
Well then, without any further ado, let's follow in Carmine's footsteps and visit the Great Archive. I'm quite certain that's where the clues are waiting to be found.
Yes, let's go. Not you, Eve. I'm afraid you'll have to stay here until I get back. Oh, my pendant. I almost forgot it.
Nah, pendant's evil, cat's evil.
Gender swap Professor Layton, but they don't remove the misogyny, just gender swap it. So it's, oh no, you poor meek man, I'm here to help you, as is the duty of any gentlewoman.
That's a really good version of this. The other alternative that I love is the idea of Layton as a woman who's like, well, I must protect your womanly ways. And she's like, you're also a woman. And they're like, yeah, but you know. Just like lesbian Layton is great in my head. It's in my head and it's good.
You want lesbian Layton. I'm sure that exists.
I'm sure. Okay. That's a lovely pendant, Isabella.
It's very old. I can't even remember how old it was when I started wearing it. Right. Sorry to have kept you. Shall we leave for the Great Archive now?
And we should take a break.
Yeah, this is probably a good place to take a break.
Yeah.
Come back in a few minutes. Alright, back in a few.